Once upon a time, in a small village called Obidi, there lived a woman named Mama Ngozi, who was known for her delicious meals. Despite how small her restaurant was, you will see numbers of people rushing and fighting to enter just to have a taste of her food. To the extent that most people would even sit on the floor to eat, and even go as far as washing their own plates just to have a taste of her delicious food. But little did they know there was a secret ingredient in her food that made it taste so good. She became so famous and popular in the entire Obidi village that the men refused to eat their wives' food, which led to chaos in various homes in the village. However, the other women in the village began to notice that their husbands preferred Ngozi's food over theirs. They grew jealous and suspicious of her cooking. One sunny afternoon, they gathered together and decided to send a spy to Mama Ngozi's kitchen to discover her secret recipe. They chose Amina, a brave woman, to undertake the mission. Amina disguised herself as a new neighbor and approached Ngozi, pretending to be friendly. She soon gained Ngozi's trust and was invited to her kitchen to learn how to cook. As they prepared a meal together, Amina carefully observed everything Ngozi did. But just as Amina was about to uncover the secret ingredient, Ngozi caught her peeking into a mysterious jar hidden in the corner of the kitchen. With a sly smile, Ngozi revealed her true nature as the evil cook who used dead body water to cook her food. With a gasp of shock, Amina stumbled backward, her heart racing with fear. She had uncovered Ngozi's dark secrets, but now she was faced with a dilemma. Should she expose Ngozi and risk the wrath of the village, or should she keep the secret to herself? Before Amina could make a decision, Ngozi's eyes narrowed and a wicked grin spread across her face. "You've discovered my secret, haven't you?" she hissed. "Well, I can't have you spreading rumors about me now, can I?" With a swift motion, Ngozi lunged at Amina, grabbing her by the arm and dragging her towards the door. Amina struggled against her grip, but Ngozi's strength was too much for her. As they reached the door, Ngozi pushed Amina outside and locked it behind her. "You will keep your mouth shut if you know what's good for you, or else all the men in the village would die," Ngozi whispered menacingly before disappearing back into her kitchen. Amina stumbled away from Ngozi's house, her mind swelling with thoughts of what to do next. She knew she couldn't keep Ngozi's secret forever, but she also knew that exposing her could lead to chaos in the village. As she wandered through the streets, deep in thought, Amina suddenly remembered the wise old woman who lived on the outskirts of the village. Perhaps she could seek her counsel and find a way to handle the situation. With renewed determination, Amina set off towards the old woman's hut, hoping to find answers to the dilemma that weighed heavily on her heart. As Amina approached the old woman's hut, she could feel a sense of peace wash over her. The hut was nestled among tall trees, and the air was filled with the soothing sounds of nature. Amina knocked gently on the door, and after a moment, it creaked open to reveal the wise old woman sitting inside. Her eyes twinkled with kindness as she beckoned Amina inside. "What troubles you, child?" the old woman asked, her voice soft and comforting. Amina took a deep breath and recounted her encounter with Ngozi, the evil cook who used dead body water in her food. She explained how she had stumbled upon Ngozi's secret and the dilemma she now faced. The old woman listened intently, nodding thoughtfully as Amina spoke. When she had finished, the old woman placed a comforting hand on her shoulder. "You have discovered a great evil, my dear," she said gravely. "But with great evil comes great responsibility. You must decide what to do next. But remember, the truth has a way of revealing itself in the end." Amina pondered the old woman's words, feeling a weight lift from her shoulders. She knew that she couldn't keep Ngozi's secret forever, but she also knew that she had to be careful how she handled the situation. With a newfound sense of purpose, Amina thanked the old woman and set off back towards the village. She knew that she had to confront Ngozi and put an end to her wicked ways. But she also knew that she couldn't do it alone. As she walked, Amina began to formulate a plan, hoping that with the help of the other women in the village, they could put an end to the evil cook's reign of terror once and for all. Amina returned to the village, her mind buzzing with ideas on how to confront Ngozi and put an end to her evil deeds. She knew she needed the support of the other women in the village if they were to stand a chance against the cunning cook. Gathering the women together in secret, Amina shared her discovery about Ngozi's use of dead body water in her cooking. At first, the women were shocked and horrified, but as Amina outlined her plan to expose Ngozi, their determination grew. With unity and purpose, they set out to gather evidence against Ngozi. They secretly watched her every move, writing her trips to the river, documenting it, where she collected the water from dead bodies, and recording her interactions with unsuspecting villagers, her fellow members. Armed with proof of Ngozi's wrongdoing, the women approached the village chief and presented their case. At first, he was skeptical. He was like, "How would Ngozi be like that? She cooks very delicious meal. Are you guys just jealous of Ngozi, or what's your plan?" But when confronted with the evidence, he could no longer ignore the truth, and he was shocked. Ngozi the evil cook, knowing fully well her secret has been opened to everyone in the village, decided to run away from the village to avoid the catastrophe that would befall her from the villagers. As she was about doing that, the whole village surrounded her as they brought her to her knees. Together, they confronted Ngozi in front of the entire village, revealing her dark secret for all to see. At first, Ngozi denied the accusations, but when faced with overwhelming evidence, she broke down in tears, begging for forgiveness. She was asked by the villagers, "Why did you do that to us? Why use dead body water to cook for us in the village?" But she explained and said no men in the village agreed to marry her, and she was all alone and needed more money in order to be relevant in the village. So she sought to add more powers to her food to make more money in order to be relevant and scatter the peaceful home in the village by making the men to love her food and question their wife for not preparing delicious meal for them. The village chief, seeing all this that Ngozi had done, was so furious and said to her, "This is so wrong of you to do. Why would you go to this extent just to get attention? Why would you go to this extent just to destroy homes because you have none for yourself? Ngozi cried out as she begged for forgiveness from the villagers. The village chief, seeing the remorse in Ngozi's eyes, decided to show mercy. He banished her from the village, warning her never to return. As Ngozi disappeared into the distance, the village breathed a sigh of relief. With the evil cook gone, there was peace in the homes of all the villagers. As the men returned with their wives, enjoying and eating all their meals with utmost joy and satisfaction. But as the sun set on Obidi village, Amina couldn't shake the feeling that their battle against darkness was far from over. As days turned into weeks and weeks into months, peace settled back into Obidi village. The memory of Ngozi the evil cook began to fade, replaced by stories of bravery and unity among the villagers. Amina, now hailed as a hero, continued to watch over her community, ever vigilant for signs of trouble. And trouble did come in the form of new challenges and trials that tested the resolve of the villagers. But with each challenge they faced, the villagers stood together, united in their determination to protect their home and way of life. And through their unity, they found strength and courage to overcome even the darkest of days. And so, the story of Ngozi the evil cook, who used dead body water, faded into legend, a cautionary tale of the dangers of greed and selfishness. But the lesson it left behind remained clear, that true strength lies not in power or deceit, but in unity and compassion for one another. And as the villagers gathered around their fires each night, sharing stories of their ancestors and the trials they had overcome, they knew that as long as they stood together, they could face whatever challenges the future held. For in the end, it was not the darkness that defined them, but the light that shone from within their hearts, guiding them towards a brighter tomorrow. And so, with hearts full of hope and courage, the villagers of Obidi village faced the future, knowing that as long as they remained united, nothing could ever truly defeat them. The moral lesson of this story is that unity and compassion are powerful forces that can overcome even the darkest of challenges. By standing together and supporting one another, communities can triumph over evil and adversity. Additionally, the story highlights the importance of honesty and integrity, showing that deceit and selfishness ultimately leads to downfall. Thank you guys. Please do not forget to subscribe. Love you guys so much. Bye.